Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I was wondering what you thought. I'd like to take out $75,000 in student loan to get a bachelor's in construction management. But there's one caveat, which is that because I am a DACA recipient, I am not qualified for a majority of scholarships that are out there or any kind of federal assistance.
Please don't do this, Andrew. Please don't do this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Help me. John, what's a DACA?
It's a long story, but he is not a naturalized citizen, but he's lived here his whole life. And so he's a recipient. He can go to college, go to U.S. college, but doesn't qualify for a lot of the aid packages that are reserved for citizens only.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I'm catching
And so you want to go into construction management?
Yeah, so there's a trade school here locally that also has an online college.
Okay.
I basically do an electrician degree.
Yep.
And then that turns into a bachelor's in construction management.
Okay, so hear me say this. I want you to go learn how to be an electrician, and I want you to learn construction science. I desperately want that because you're going to be one of the most in-demand people in the next 5 to 10 to 25 to 50 years, okay?
That's a wonderful career field.
I do not want you to get $75,000 in the hole, okay?
What do you do now?
Currently, I'm a graphic designer for a sign company.
Okay. And so what made you pick construction?
So, I mean, I'm 29, and for the longest time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I went on a tour of this trade school and the courses that they have available, and it just clicked. Like, it seems like something that it's with my hands, but it requires math and technical skill, which is something that I gravitate towards.
Okay.
And obviously, because I have a son and a wife, it's got to make money, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you gone down and checked out the local community college in your area that probably offers the exact same program for nothing?
There's a JC in my area that gives me the certificate for electrician, but I'd have to go to further out, like a 2-hour city, to do it to make it into anything that's higher education. And
okay, let me just tell you, 100% of the time, you do not need a degree to be in construction management. 100% chance. What you do need is the skills to be there. One way to get the skills is to go study it the way you're talking about studying it. Another way is be doing it on the job and learn. That's how most people in construction learn construction management. They do construction, not graphic arts. So go get a job in the construction field, dude.
Okay. Yeah,
and work your way. Get in with an electrician that'll put you in an apprentice program.
Yeah, get your free certification there.
Get in an apprentice program, become an electrician, and then move from there and start working with the GCs in the area and take on some project manager roles on some small basic stuff and let them teach you construction management. Construction management is not rocket science, okay? It's logistics and math, what you found when you were doing that. What you ran into was a trade school that had a really good salesman.
And a shiny, shiny shop.
And it made it look like this was going to be a thing. But listen, it's project management. And just in talking to you, I think you could do it almost now.
Yeah.
You're bright, okay? You're a smart guy. Except for this part about biting on the $75,000 hook. I think you got a little thing stuck in your lip right there. It's a hook. And so, but no, dude, really, go get in the construction business. I grew up in the real estate and construction business. I love it. And I think it's something that AI can't touch. So you're not going to get replaced by a stupid computer. And Chat GPT can't spell construction management.
And it can. I promise you in 10 years, they're not going to say, whoa. I know you can wire up this entire project, but we need to see that certification. No one's going to have time.
Well, you can run through an apprentice program and become a certified electrician, but you do not need a construction management degree. I'm sitting in a building that costs $60 million to build. This portion of this building goes $60 million. The guy that built this building, working for a commercial construction company, did not have a construction management degree.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Okay? What he did was he swung a hammer and he dug ditches and he wired stuff and he did whatever and he learned project management. And you can take some project management courses and there's some basic things to learn about that everybody ought to know for that matter. Because everything's a freaking project. Running a wedding is a project management thing. So, I mean, whatever it is, right? So, there's nothing bad about that. But you pick that up at the community college, Don't be hunting certifications as a silver bullet to make your life successful. Go look for skills. Skills that you can put literally, in this case, and figuratively, in your tool belt.
Can we, I want to double click on that because I think that might be one of the more profound shifts that's coming our way.
Okay.
And that is, we have been told for 100 years to go get certified. Go have somebody else stamp you, whether it's an outside credential, whether it's an outside. And colleges have responded to this by coming up with credentials on any number of things that have never been credentialed.
Left-handed puppetry.
Everything is credentialed, right? So I'm a certified left-handed puppet, whatever. So here's the deal. In the future that we are entering into right now, people are going to ask, can you do this thing?
Yep.
So don't go get certified in how to sit with hurting people. Go figure out ways to sit with hurting people. Don't get certified in how to fill in the blank. Go learn how to do that thing because that's going to be the new currency because their certification stuff is going to get winnowed out with the internets, with the computers. I'm convinced of that, Dave.
We've already seen the beginning. Number one, the trades have never done that.
Right.
Number two, the new version of the trade called tech.
Mm-hmm.
I got tech. We got 460 tech people working here.
Yep.
The number of them that have 4-year degrees in information systems is almost zero.
Right.
But the number of them have lots of certs and have gone to classes and know how to code, gone to code school. They learn the skills.
They have to learn the skills.
They learn the skills.
Right.
And I don't care what their certification is.
Right.
What I care is, can you code?
Correct.
Can you build the platform for the code to sit on? Can you create a customer interface? How fast can you do this at a Dev 1, Dev 2, or Dev 3 level?
Right.
Are you really quick, or are you just slower than Christmas? I mean,
That's
I'm the employer. I'm the guy writing the check. And so I'm telling you, you don't have to have a cert.
I have a degree in salesmanship. I
crap.
don't care. Can you sell something?
Crap.
That's what's going to matter.
The only thing that means is you got sold. Doesn't mean you ever sold anything. So, yeah, that's the essence of this, Andrew.
Chase skills.
And this is coming from John, who has a PhD in higher education.
And I used to tell, don't get a PhD in leadership. Go lead something. Go ask for increased leadership responsibility so that you can get moved up the ladder in these areas and increase your influence because you know how to do the thing, not because you can wave a certificate around and say, look, somebody else says I can do this thing.
Yeah, I had a fun discussion with Jim Collins at Entree Leadership Summit last week. We were talking maybe on stage in the interview, but certainly off stage. We talked about it too, I remember. He told me the story. He was teaching entrepreneurship at Stanford. And, a guy kept saying, yeah, but are you?
That's a great critique. It's a great critique.
And that's what caused him to leave.
Yeah.
And go open his own for-practice, for-profit research firm that led to the book Built to Last, Good to Great, Great by Choice, How the Mighty Fall, all these masterful works that are based on his masterful research that he did for profit because he decided, if I'm going to teach entrepreneurship, I probably ought to be one.
I find it no small coincidence that most of the teachers that I had that were of high influence for me, professors, were either theologians that also led small churches at the same time, or they were mental health professors that also had practices or were working in the communities doing the thing because they got to tie the practice into that knowledge, and then you get a much better the passion jumps into the students, right?
Who was it taught me to go into debt? My finance professor, who was broke. He was broke. What's wrong with a broke finance professor? That's like a shop teacher with missing fingers. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You ain't one.
Right.
You ain't one until you is one, right? Oh, my gosh. This is how this works. So, yeah.
Chase skills.
I believe in education. Being dumb is not a plan, okay?
I do, too. I believe in going to college.
I believe in gathering up knowledge. But the silver bullet is your gathering of knowledge and the application of it in the marketplace, not the piece of paper that said you did it. If all you do is collect degrees, you're a thermometer. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.